Cool.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
My name's C.S.
All right, so stop tripping. We have a photographer in the studio with us today, so it's actually my sister.
Ooh, it might pick up the clicks. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So if we sound a little funny, it's because I've never been on camera before doing this.
At the same time.
No, yeah, it's a little
odd. Huh?
yeah.
Try to be yourself. Try to forget that she's there. Everything will be all right.
Yeah, it's real easy. Flash, click, click, flash. Click,
Yeah,
click.
right. Hey, y'all better get ready. Better get used to the paparazzi, dude. We get bigger, they're gonna be around us all the time, dude.
Yeah, we're right there.
I'm gonna end up shaving my head like Brittany and get all weird and crazy because can't be by myself all alone and
Weird tangent.
right. So Milo playing basketball this season, right? So he had his. It's not a season finale, but what is it? Final
last
game of the season? Last game of the season.
I would,
Season, yeah.
I wouldn't
Season
know how
finale.
else to put it.
Right? So
You watch too much TV.
If that's not the indication, I don't know what is.
right? So we went to his game, and it was funny because they played against Palm Springs. So
Shit.
we get there. You forgot, right?
I did.
So we get there and we sit down because we all had to go. Me, my sister, and my brother because he took us out.
Your brother?
Yeah,
You mean his brother?
yeah. Wait, yeah. What?
I went. You
Yeah.
said your brother. I'm his brother.
By the way, I had a coffee with espresso, so I'm a little jittery, fired up. But anyways, so we go.
Okay, because it was the final game.
Yeah.
The whole family went.
Yeah,
They were doing the whole senior. I almost said the whole thing. The whole senior thing.
he had a coffee too.
Yeah, I did.
So they were doing the whole senior thing where you come out and they, this year Milo graduating, blah blah.
Did you walk? Did you like go on? The
Walked
court?
out.
Yeah,
Oh,
go on.
right?
Yeah, gave us flowers and stuff.
Okay, because in Kansas City they did that during the football games.
Oh, okay.
We never went to any other sports, so that's cool. They did that.
Yeah, it was really kind of cool. Like the bad part about it is that wow, they don't really give you very good instructions.
Any instructions?
Any
actually.
instructions actually, and Milo's even worse at giving instructions.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and we're like, hey, what do we do? Just come on.
Yeah,
come,
it's stay there. Come on.
come on. Where? What are you
Basically,
talking about?
is how the instructions were.
So they
no,
called
stay
it
there. Come on.
Yeah, and they called him out to center court, right? And we're like, well, do we go? Like, he just took off. And his friends that are standing there are like, yeah, come on, you
Go
guys are
with
supposed to
him.
go out there. Oh, okay, cool. So we go out there, and finally, and he gives us flowers or whatnot. Okay, go stand over there. So we go stand over there. Like, it was just a big hoopla. Anyways, so here we are. We go sit down in the seats, right? Like on the, what are those benches called?
The bleachers?
The bleachers. And this is going to be a tough one tonight, guys.
Not
So I'm
for me.
sitting down in the bleachers, right? And like I said, we're, Rancho Mirage and Palm Springs, a lot of white women. And there was this older.
Oh,
no,
it
not like
gets
that.
better.
Not like this. It was an older.
Not like this.
No, not
exactly like that.
No, not like. Yeah, there was a lot of white women there. I mean, there was a couple, but
Knowing
not-
him, yeah.
So there was this older white woman, like older, like grandma status, like
A tad older than him.
the fuck. so anyways,
You're old.
yeah,
You're older.
Well, I felt funny, like the cheerleaders are out there. You're like they're dancing and doing their thing, and you're like I had to time myself. Like, okay, I can't look that long. Look away. Look, you know what I mean? So, anyways, this older lady sitting next to us, right? And she had eaten something, and she picked up some shit that was on the trash on the floor of the bleachers, right? And she gets up, and she goes to go throw it in the trash. So she stepped over and down nicely, right? And was okay, and walked out and threw the trash, right? So I was like, all right, cool. So she comes back, and I know at my age, stepping over a bleacher is going to be nearly impossible for me, right?
Let alone the stairs, which are like shallow enough as it is.
Yeah,
walking
like
up.
I got to turn sideways and go crab walk down at my age, right? So she's coming and she's going to step back over to get onto the same bleachers. So I put my hand out with a fist because COVID, you can't put out your hand flat to offer somebody a hand, right? Because you need hold my hand so you get steady up.
So for those, like, nobody can see us besides the camera lady. He put his fist out like you would to a bird that's about to land on your wrist. Basically, is how he did it.
So that it could be sturdy, so she can hold on and step up.
Not facing her like you would say a fist bump.
Okay. I'm gonna let you finish your story, but it's already getting complicated.
No. Okay,
No. I understand what you did.
Okay,
but I can see where if this story is going where it's going, where she didn't understand what you were doing.
yeah, she tried to fist bump me.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I can't blame her.
I was like, what the fuck? I don't know you. I don't want to fist bump you.
You put your fist out.
Yes,
But
but sideways like you would a bird.
But I didn't put it out like.
No.
First of all, I'm sitting and I didn't put out my right hand for her to hit my. I put my left arm out so that it was a stability thing. It's
perpendicular to her.
What's up, brother? I would have fist bumped you back.
I would have told you this. Oh, I didn't want to fist bump. I'm trying to help you up.
Okay.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, I totally see where she was coming from.
So, and then I had an issue because we were at another game, right? That we had gone to Palm Desert with. And I want to have Palm Desert change their name from being the Aztecs because it's just fucked up. Because we were there and this old white lady was there, a different white lady, but there. And she kept saying, go Aztecs. But it sounded like she was saying, go asshats the whole time, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. And then they would say, go defense, go defense. And I'm like, fuck, do you guys realize what you're chanting? Go Mexicans, put up the fence. What the fuck are you screaming? Right? So then, and just screaming, go Aztecs, go, that's offensive. Like, go home, go home. Like, what the, like, if it had been a baseball game, that'd have been even worse. Go home, go home. Like, you know what I mean?
Make it home.
Yeah, it's like fucked up, dude. Like, they need to change either what they chant or they need to change the name from being the Aztecs.
And that's, I mean, obviously we're kidding around, but do you have a Oh, we're not?
No, I'm.
Oh, okay.
There's somebody that's going to listen that's going to start the
reason
petition.
I ask is because, you know, at our high school, Palm Springs High School, they tried to change the mascot.
Yeah, they didn't want it to be Indians anymore, right?
And I was like, come on. At the 20-year reunion, I think it was, maybe even the 10, somebody had a petition, like for all of us that were doing our reunion.
Really?
To sign, saying, you know, and this was
Wow.
at least 10 years ago. So
At
this
a
is way
high school
before-
reunion?
Yeah.
Way before,
Holy
you know, this
shit.
woke.
This
time
woke
that we're in.
movement, yeah.
Woke
Well, people have
shit.
been white people have been trying to get woke for a really long time.
They just can't do it.
You know what I mean?
Because the way they sound makes it seem fake support.
Yeah.
Which makes it even worse.
Yeah, most definitely. So it was just, you know, and this whole woke shit is going way too far, bro. I saw this article. Bear with me. I saw this article about there's a place something where they were killing a bunch of women. Like they found this.
This is a bad start.
Well, no, they found this. He was an ex-cop in Guatemala or some shit, right?
Okay.
He was like an ex-captain, and something happened, and they went and they started digging around in his backyard, and they found like 24 fucking female skeletons in his backyard. Yeah, and they called it, instead of just homicide, they called it femicide.
No.
I'm like, come on, bro.
Holy
Just because there are a
shit.
bunch of dead women doesn't mean you don't have to go that far. A homicide's a homicide. Like,
That's the whole Latinx thing too. Like, with it's built into the language between femininity and masculinity.
right.
I'm
gonna let you bake on it, Go
Yeah.
ahead, dog.
Well, I mean, there's two things we're talking about right now: the femicide
Right.
and the fact that this guy actually did this.
Well, it was fucked up. Like, I get it. It's fucked up. It was wrong. Like, Jesus, killing people. Like,
And what my next question is did they say what happened? Was he pulling them over, taking them, and having his way with them? And
Well, that's even worse.
they're assuming that's what happened. I don't
Yeah.
think that the bodies were so denigrated that they couldn't figure out, disintegrated or whatever, that they couldn't figure out what had happened to them. How crazy is that, though?
yeah, that's
But come on, does it really have to be femicide? Can it just be homicide like it's always been? Like a bunch of women died? You look like you want to say
Jesus.
something. Go ahead, come on in.
It's English language. You have patricide. You have it's called when they kill the royals. Like It's been the word forever. It's that category.
Oh, so that's not something new? That's not something somebody just made up?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really? I never heard of like a category like that. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought everything fell under homicide.
No, even if you just like say someone kills their father, that's patricide. So when you talk about like Shakespeare, where they kill the different kings and all that, there's a name for that. But there's a bunch of different words for killing people.
Really? Do you know the word for killing a cat?
Meowicide? I don't know.
Felinicide?
No idea.
We're gonna
I
call
don't
it.
have my dictionary
But
with me.
what would
kill.
be if they were killing a man?
That's homicide. Because the English language always generalizes to man, and then if it's more specific, then you go to that specific term. Like femicide or patricide or whatever the...
So in general, it's homicide, is what you're saying. But because it was specific and all the women that were in the backyard were females, they use femicide.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, usually all the women are females.
Not this day and age.
Dude,
Well, then they wouldn't be.
do you know who, I think she goes by Ethan, or he goes by Ethan Page now? Used to
Oh,
be Ellen Page.
the
Who was the actress? Well, actor
actress?
now.
Actor?
The one that...
First time I got that right.
That, she was, what's the word I'm looking for?
Transgender?
Yes.
No.
She was
Oh
in
my
a lot
god,
of
it's gonna
movies.
piss me off.
But one more popular one, she was in the Marvel movies.
Okay.
Still don't know.
Oh,
who
yeah,
was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, but she's always like, the whole I was trapped in a woman's body, but I'm really a man.
Man.
Dog. She had pictures done today with her shirt off. She got the construction up top, so she got her breast removed.
Right?
She looked like a straight. He looks like a dude now. I mean, like he's got a 6-pack and everything. I was like, man, hair under his armpits.
Really?
And you'd never guess that was a woman.
That's
Wow.
scary, dude.
Dude, it's incredible. I saw it and I was like, man, is this really him now? Better than me.
You at your age, you really got to watch out.
I know.
You got because a lot of people are like, they're not everybody that's in that position that has had those changes or going through that changed is going to be openly honest with you about it right up front. You know what I mean? So
When I say a bunch of people that I used to know, notice I don't say friends, that I went to high school with have done it.
really?
And I'll ask, like, oh, how's this person? And, oh, they're this now. Like, oh, they've changed. Like, I would never have known that many people that I know have gone through it.
Wow.
Well, there was a dude that used to live out here. I won't say his name. We went to high school with him. He was a little different, and I don't mean, when I say different, I don't mean like gender wise. I mean, he was a little off.
Okay.
And he had the hottest sister.
It
Was he
started
white?
off bad,
Was he white?
and then
Yeah.
it got worse.
I mean, what am I? Who am I?
Yeah, why
I don't
are
know if
you-
he was, but his sister was.
Why
Like, I
are you
was-
even asking at this point? Like
So, but she was fly. And
a G6?
yeah, probably.
Fleek moment.
So I saw him on Facebook.
You
What?
can write down a name for me?
Text it to him or
If I
nothing?
know, I mean.
I saw him on face, or I don't know if it's him or her now. Like
Oh,
Well, what-
he's going through that transition, but on Facebook he still had his male name because I don't think he's far enough in the transition to name himself a woman's name yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you need to check IDs because there's people that come into work that are questionable when they come in.
Oh my god.
Well, how else am I supposed to say it? Like, they're questionable
Questionable
when
probably isn't it.
Ambiguous.
ambiguous. It's another word for questionable. It's okay.
but
Feminist,
as far as
femicides,
as far as your work is concerned, what? Just out of curiosity, why it doesn't make a difference, does it? I mean, they're there to.
Well, it does because you don't know hello, Mr. hello,
yeah,
Mrs.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then they come in and you're thinking that you're dealing with a woman, and they hand you the ID, and you're like,
That's a man.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's one dude that comes in that's like,
Hello.
yeah, so
Hello there.
yeah. This was the person's last name. I don't remember his first name right now.
No, I don't. Oh,
Her name was,
Of course he remembers her name.
hell yeah.
That's a long ass name.
yeah. It rings a bell.
She's kind of tall. She had a lot of personality. Probably 2 times the personality most people
Oh,
had.
Christ. There you go.
I don't know if you remember, because when mom and dad had their anniversary, I don't know, how old were you when that anniversary? Oh, yeah, you won't remember. One of my cousins snuck over to her house.
Whose house? Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, you must have been mad.
I was jealous. I was jealous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
May he rest in peace, but I was jealous. You know what I mean?
Where
He
is
was-
this going?
I don't know.
Blue?
Long story short, though, really though. But it's one of those things, like even that, like, it's hard to address somebody. Like if it's somebody that we went to school with, right? Or let's just say, even if we didn't go to school with the person, let's say it's somebody that you've known for a long time, and you've always known him as he, right? But he goes through this transition, and now he's a female, right? Isn't it difficult to call him her or she,
Yeah.
or
definitely. Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I get it.
Like that? It's
And I hate to say this, but when it becomes more complicated than that, when they want to become called them,
No.
oh yeah,
they like a multiple of a person, I guess.
Yeah.
right.
And it's like, I think that gets a bit complicated.
Well, that's the new thing, though. Like when kids are being born, they're allowing the birth to be they or them. Is their gender?
Babies is a new word.
Yeah, babies.
As if babies wasn't ambiguous enough.
So that way, when they become at whatever age they decide what they want to be, then they change it,
Right.
and the child can be what they want. Like, what other life-changing decisions are you going to let a 6-year-old make? You know what I mean? Like,
The second they decide what they can be, they start paying taxes.
it's well, there's got to be parameters involved, right? Like, you can't just say, because not every child's the same at 6, not every child's the same at 9. Like, you know what I mean?
I received a text of a I don't know if you call it a meme. I'm not up on my
Oh my god.
social media.
It's a wonder why you had dinosaur internet up until about a month ago.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Oh god.
It was a law
6
professor,
years later.
and this is what she wrote.
Okay.
If a fetus is a person at 6 weeks pregnant, now this is the whole debate going on right now.
Right.
They're saying at 6 weeks you can't get an abortion. That's what they're trying to pass
Okay.
because it's a considered a person now.
Okay.
Okay. If a fetus is a person at 6 weeks, is that when the child support starts?
Oh damn.
God damn.
Is that also when you can't deport the mother because she's carrying a U.S. citizen?
Oh shit.
Can I insure a 6-week fetus and collect if I miscarry? Put life insurance on the baby?
Damn.
You have a miscarriage? Can you collect?
Wow. That's deep.
This is
So,
dope.
so now that snowball effect, if you will.
Right.
Because now
Yeah.
they're making these rules. Okay, well, at 6 weeks you can't do it because it's considered a person. Okay, now, all right, we'll play by your rules.
Yeah, you gave me your one rule. Now here's a
Yeah.
bunch of why it's
So-
fucked up.
So it's, a whole can of spaghetti that can open up.
Well, what's funny is I saw somewhere on one of these damn, social medias, somebody was asking a woman if you get pregnant and the dude decides he doesn't want to be involved, should he still have to pay child support? Because it's the woman's decision. right? Because we
That's
have no
That's half the reason child support's a thing, right?
Yeah,
kind of
because he bounced.
right.
Yeah.
So they're saying though, but if you got a girl pregnant and said, okay, well, I don't want the baby. I'm not ready for it, whatever the situation is. But you as a woman decide you want to keep it. As soon as a man says he doesn't want it or doesn't want to be involved, is that where it ends for him, or should he still have to pay? Because we have no decision whether she keeps it or not. So ultimately, if she keeps it,
Shit.
that's her decision. Why do we have to pay for her decision? Although our decision was, yes, to lay with her.
I think that's what they're basing it on. But what about if they say, which I think is what is done, you still have to pay, but you don't have to be involved. Meaning you don't.
Is that a silent? Is that like a silent partner in a fucking business? What?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you don't have to be emotionally attached, physically attached, but I think you're still just gonna have to pay.
You have to be financially attached.
Yeah.
But how? But okay, but then there would have to be parameters too, because if I pay, but I'm not involved, and what if the child does something destructive, and it would be something that they could sue the parents for? How much as a silent partner am I liable for? No, I mean we laugh, but fucking for reals, right? Like,
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that they can. You're still saying the dad's out of the picture, so the dad's not involved. I mean,
well, right, but a woman's not going to jump to. Speaking for women, sorry, but they're not going to jump in front of the bullet and say, "Oh, well, he's not involved. It's all going to be me." Because as soon as that happens, she'll just go back to court and they're going to raise the child support anyways, right?
right. Don't know what to tell you. That's why
Tony finally doesn't have an answer.
You don't want to get in the argument with me.
I don't want to be on the losing side. Not necessarily your losing side, but people in the audience losing side.
Yeah.
Smart man, bro.
I still gotta go home. You and Seabass could high five each other on your way out of the studio for this.
Well, but okay, so you as a young man,
Don't do that.
no.
shit.
But you as a young man that doesn't have any children, where do you fall? Where on that line are you? Where would you be?
Reiterate.
So, like, let's say you got a girl pregnant.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm already proud of myself.
right. Pew pew.
Okay.
So, and you say, hey, you know what? Things aren't where I want them to be. Like, I know that I know that I laid with you. I know that, it's part of my responsibility, but I'm not there. Like, I'm not ready for it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, hey, that's fine. You don't have to be involved. But I want to keep the baby.
Can I get that in writing? That you don't want to be that. Like.
So here's the tough part about that, and I think that's where it gets sticky. Is that
I don't know about using that turn of phrase, but
you can have her write whatever you want, but as soon as if something happens and she has to go on any kind of assistance, they're coming after you, and they're not going to come after you because they're gonna ask her, well, has he been paying attention? No. I told him I didn't want anything. Well, even though you have a signed piece of paper, they're gonna go back to from when that child was born, and you're gonna have to come up with your proof of how much you made this year.
In other words, it doesn't matter what she tells you at that particular moment in time.
Right.
If she changes her mind or circumstances change, you're back in the
which
mix.
is fucked up.
Unless you sign over your parental rights to her. So that means
So then
that
zero involvement whatsoever.
at all. You're cut off. You have nothing to do with the kid.
But that's not financially.
Yeah. As soon as you sign over your parental rights, it's done. You don't owe any money. You have nothing to do in that child's life. You don't have to, but if you are, you are. If you're not, but financially, that sets you free.
Does that have to be accepted by anybody?
Yeah, the court has to be okay with it, which means that she would have to go in and say, okay, well, I make enough money to financially support myself, blah, 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 blah. And then they would sign it, stamp it, and it goes into law.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But even if she doesn't and I don't want to pay, I'm still fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say
They don't approve it, yeah.
Not that they don't approve it, but like what you said earlier, if she can't pay, but she says you don't have to be involved. I know you didn't want this. So if he signed his, okay, cool, thank you, and he signs that paper, he's done, out of the picture, no problems.
Yep.
You sure?
Because
I would think that would be used so much, and I don't think I've ever heard it being used.
Well, because you got to remember though is if you sign that paper, you're saying right then and there, I'm not involved going forward, period.
Is it like the reverse of an emancipation?
Yes, because you have absolutely no right to tell her what to do with that child.
Yeah.
She can move out of state with that child. She can send that child to Catholic school, even though you're Christian.
If you're signing your parental rights away, you're more than likely you're already done with it anyways and don't care.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's. I would think that would be used so much now.
I don't think
I've ever heard that being used.
I don't think that it's used as much as you think because of the finality of it. And I don't think that it's used as much as you think because when it comes down to the point, and it's really because I think a lot of guys get roped into, I don't want anything from you. Oh, okay, cool. I'll come by and visit the baby now and again, whatever, whatnot. And I'll bring some diapers over, whatever, whatnot. And then she hits a rough spot and it becomes a part of the judicial system. And when that happens, they say, okay, well, who's the baby's father?
Okay, well, let's backtrack a little bit. You say the finite of saying signing off your rights.
Right.
Because that's a definite, that's final.
That's it.
That's it.
But isn't that the same case if he was telling her to abort it?
Yeah.
So long as she listens.
So long as she agrees and does
I
it.
understand. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that decision is that hard as you're saying it is. If he was willing, or he was telling her, "Why don't you just abort it? Because I don't want to get him. I don't want this." And
I think.
And if she says, "No, I want to keep it," but you can sign away your rights. I mean, if he's already in the mindset of getting rid of the kid before, by abortion, why wouldn't he be in the mindset to sign his rights away?
Okay.
Because it's like his mind is already there. He's already decided. I don't think.
Is signing your parental rights away an option once pregnancy occurs?
Absolutely.
What's your problem with it?
But the thing is that so I'm going to put it like this, and ladies, that if you're listening,
yes,
it's
about to get difficult.
I apologize for the analogy that I'm going to give you, but this is so that Tony understands, okay? Or so maybe other listeners understand what I'm talking about. Let's say your car broke down and it was a transmission, right?
Right.
And you're like,
oh shit.
You're like, fuck, man. I can go in and finance a brand new car. I don't have any money to put down, but I got to get something, right? Or I can scrape together $1,500 and get my car going, and I'll ride it till the wheels fall off, right? It's that the same ideology in the fact that, hey, either I'm gonna stick with her and ride it out, or I'm gonna sign off and I'm gonna ride off into the sunset.
Right. I get that. I don't think maybe you understand what I'm saying.
Okay, try me again.
What I'm saying is, you're saying, "Oh my God, that's such a final." That decision will just. You really have a lot to think about.
Right.
You're signing it away forever.
Right.
And what I'm saying is, he's already in that mindset. If a month prior he was telling her, "Get an abortion,"
right?
So he's already there. He's already doesn't want it to proceed any further.
Right, but what I'm saying is it's different. It's different when you talk about, hey, I'm not ready. Can we have an abortion? And then she says, it's my body. and I want to have our child, right? And then you say, well, you can talk to her and tell her, hey, well then, fuck it, I'm going to sign over my parental rights. Fuck you and the baby you're carrying. I'm going to go this way.
Right.
Or you say, all right, because public pressure, the public society says that that's not the right thing to do. The right thing is, hey, you slept with her, you knocked her up, do the right thing, stand by the child, get the child what it needs, help her raise that child. So as soon as she says, I don't want to have an abortion, I want to keep it, as a man that was raised under that scope of the world, saying it's your responsibility, it's not as easy as saying as walking away.
But I kind of think you just flip-flopped. Because you started the conversation by saying, should we, if she decided to keep the baby, why should we have to be financially responsible?
Absolutely.
And now you're saying, and now you're giving the reason why. You're answering your own initial question.
Well, because I don't think that you understand. Like you're saying, oh, well, just fucking sign in the paper. It's easy. Just sign it and be done. I'm telling you that it's not. I'm giving you the flip side of it so that you kind of grab the brevity of what that is. Like that's
no. Again, I grab it. But what I'm saying is, if he was already in the mindset, get rid of it. I'll take you to the doctor right now.
Get rid of it. Holy shit.
Wow.
I watch a lot of 80s movies, okay?
Right? Fast Times at Ridgemont High, dog.
Greatest Last American Virgin?
Yep.
So he's the father's already in that mindset. I don't think it's that much of a stretch for him to say, okay, you want to keep it, then I'm going to sign this paper saying I'm waiving my rights. I don't think it's that far of a stretch because he's already saying what he's saying.
And I'm agreeing with him.
Who's him?
Tony.
Thank you.
Then
I'm just saying it's not that far of a leap if you're already saying.
I think it's a lot further. I think it's a bigger leap than you anticipate. Then you're talking. Then you're considering or thinking.
He just
I think
suggested an abortion.
Exactly.
He
but here's the
suggested
difference.
to terminate the fucking pregnancy.
Right, but here's the difference: is that you're talking when you say, "Hey, let's have an abortion," or "Hey, you should have an abortion," that terminates everything. Like you'll never have to see the baby out of the vagina or none. You'll never.
You won't if you sign the paper. Yeah.
No, you'll never have anybody. Hey, dude, have you seen your baby? I know you signed over your parental rights, but damn, your baby cute.
Easy.
Like blah blah.
It's not my baby. I signed my parental rights.
I don't have.
Bam.
What do you? I don't know what you're talking
Wow,
about.
y'all are some cold motherfuckers.
I'm not saying I've done it.
Holy
I'm just
shit.
It's
saying.
not that we're cold. It's just that again, if you're already
That's
in that mindset.
Fuck, that's some cold shit.
Whether you're do this is,
Yeah,
why do I
you're
have to pay if she decides to have the kid?
Dude.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like that's
This-
different. You know what I mean?
That ain't different. It's exactly.
Okay, look. This you say it's cold, but this is the guy who suggested that you have an abortion. Well, fuck it. If you're not going to fucking kill the thing, I don't want
Kill the thing.
I don't want to be its parent. I don't want to be involved.
It.
Because we don't know what it is.
It's Puerto
It is a child. It's one of the two.
But there's a to me, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking there's a huge difference between, like, if she had an abortion, all right, cool. Hey, sorry you had to go through that.
Okay, but why are you minimizing that? That's
Oh no, I'm not minimizing that at
You
all.
are too.
Tony is all over you tonight, and I love it.
Well, fuck it, because that's easier to walk away from than so
you.
you're gonna have
It's
more
the
than-
same thing.
Well, yeah.
It's okay, but we're talking about a span. Let's
And
say
you said
even
we're
over
cold
a
for
week.
being in a scenario that you
a week. Monday, I'm telling her, let's abort it, let's terminate it.
right.
And she, 2 days later,
You've been
she
targeted
says,
for
no, I'm
termination.
going to keep it. 2 days after that, okay, I'm just going to sign my rights away. Because I want out. 4 days ago, I gave you this option for us to get out. You said no. Okay, then I'm looking out for myself. I want to get out. I'm going to sign this paper. I don't think it's that far of a leap from Monday to Thursday.
Man.
Gentlemen. You know, as I recall him for gentlemen.
Yeah, that ain't no fucking gentleman.
And dude, no, it's not that far of a leap.
I think it's a ginormous leap from
I
where.
actually think it's a lot worse for you to sit there and say, well, then you take care of it. You can have it. You can take care of it.
Why?
Because that's an asshole move.
And telling her to kill the baby's not?
No, that is too.
But telling her, fuck it, you pay for it, you want it, you keep it.
What I'm saying is, you are making an adult decision by saying, I don't want to have anything to do with it. If you want to proceed, I understand, but we need to put it on record that I'm out. So let's do this legally. I'm signing away my rights because you want to do this on your own. And that's being mature about it.
And I think that maybe the reason
you're
why
being immature about it by saying, you're going to have to pay for it. I'm out.
that's not being immature.
Yes, it is.
The hell no, it's not. That's you know what? A lot of men get accused of thinking about right now, not in the future. You say, hey, I'm thinking about the future. You know what I'm saying?
What? In the future, you're still not getting no money from me.
That's how he tries to make himself look better.
Yeah.
By making himself seem smarter.
Hey, Tony, let me ask you a question. If you had $5 and had to split it with somebody and had to give them half every time you got $5, would you be happy about it?
No.
Okay, cool. So we know where we stand.
But if I made it clear in the beginning, every time I get this $5, you ain't getting none. We made it. We cleared that up front. You ain't getting half of my $5 every time I get $5. There shouldn't be any question as far as why you ain't getting your $2.50.
But I think a lot of people don't use that paper because I think that when people that are in that situation are young and they can't.
You notice how his tone changed right now?
Would you want me to yell at you?
No, I'm just
You know
saying.
why? I can tell you why.
Now you're appeasing to your potential mate for the future.
Right.
You know.
So it's like,
Yeah,
kids
he
are
shit on women for the first half hour. Now he's got to re-up.
these kids are young, right? And the mom probably doesn't, she probably had like a job at Burger King.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And wasn't
totally
able
agree.
to.
I
So the
totally
kid,
agree.
even if he wanted to sign the fucking paper, couldn't. You know what I mean?
He's not the
So he
burger
was
prince.
asked out.
But again, I honestly think that from the gate, if you said, look, as you said, I don't want to have anything to do with this. I asked you to terminate. You decided no. So we're going to do this the right way. And
I asked you to terminate, so now I'm terminating my...
Right. Instead of saying,
my involvement.
I ain't paying, so you can do whatever you want. Deuces. Because that's your route.
What do you mean that's my route?
That's what you said earlier.
You're advocating so hard for it. It can't not be your route.
So what did you decide? What would you do?
I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I wouldn't want to sign the paper.
Right?
And that's because, as he said, you were raised a certain way. And
Because I'm a good person.
yeah, exactly.
What if she's not? I'm just kidding.
If she's not, I wouldn't have gotten into the situation in the first place.
Not if she was fine.
No.
Shit changes after.
If she was
Postpartum
fine.
depression.
Once you get some stink on your finger, kid, it's all a different program.
Get your pee-pee wet. It's going to be all
Yeah.
different.
You're gonna
I've left
walk
fine
different.
for worse, so
You're gonna talk different.
Walk different.
we'll see. We'll see how right
Watch.
you guys are. We'll see.
Watch.
I doubt it, but we'll see.
All right, Tony.
So let me ask you this: though.
What? I don't like
This
this.
is
now
so
we're talking.
aggressive.
Okay, we're talking about raising your kids financially, being there, physically being there,
Physically,
emotionally,
mentally being
right.
okay.
So what happens if you can is it okay to be able to financially take care of them, but not necessarily physically always be there? Is that okay?
Okay, how? Like, what do you mean by okay?
Is it okay that if you had so much money that, you could have a kid and obviously you're not going to be with the mother, but it's okay because you got money to take care of them?
I don't know. And I'll tell you why. I don't have a point of reference because I don't have that kind of money. But I can tell you that if I was going to be paying, I'm gonna be involved because just like if I have a car that I'm paying for, I'm gonna drive the motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Same
But
kind of
let's just
thing.
say you physically don't. You actually do not have the time to spend that kind of time with this kid. Is that okay?
No, I don't
Because
think so.
you're financially taking care of them.
Yeah, I don't think that's okay. If it all, I mean, I guess it all depends. I mean, because there's so many side questions involved with that. But I mean, because the whole idea is that if you're paying and it's your child, then you would have to make time for that child, just like it was,
And
like
let's
he was
say
with you.
You would make time whenever the opportunity arose.
I guess the answer would be yes, because realistically, they were with their mom for quite a bit, and I was 6 hours away. So I'd come see them on the weekend. I'd come see them as
but
much as I could.
Let's say if it was once a month, you would see them.
Yeah, that was about. I mean, it was about
If
that.
Okay.
If
It was
that.
about that.
So
You want
do
me
that on
to stand up
purpose?
and go ahead and kick me in the nuts now, or
This coming from the guy who doesn't hug me.
Told you. Yeah, that's dog. It's going with him.
I forgot
Right.
that was a thing until you guys reminded me of it. I was like, fuck, he would ridicule me for hugging him in public.
yeah?
I see he's getting better though. Just to let you guys know, I've noticed.
Only because you
Well,
guys make fun
but
of him
no,
for
no,
it.
no.
No, I've noticed.
No.
No.
But it's different. Hugging him is different than what I like. He would come up and put his head on my shoulder and just like kind of like snuggle. Hey, dude, you're a fucking man. What are you doing? Get off me.
He's snuggling with his dad. There's nothing
Yeah, in fucking public, and he would not
And-
talk, and he wouldn't talk to
and-
me and stay in his room when we're at home.
Fast forward
Fuck.
50 years, you'll want him snuggling up against you.
Fuck no, he'll crush me. Look at how big he is.
50 years, he's 40.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, 49. I'd be like, if
Okay,
I'm
10
fucking
years.
Sorry,
99,
49, almost
10 years.
50.
if I'm 99, you could smother me as much as you want.
Oh, hell,
Mostly
that
with a
sounds
fucking,
weird.
mostly with a pillow.
I won't
The
have to
reason
do that.
I-
I'll just unplug you from the
The
wall.
reason I'm asking about this financial, you not being there, is because what's up with your boy Nick Cannon?
Dude, 7 kids in 4 months.
What?
No, it's not 7 kids in 4 months.
No, how many did he have in the last 4 months? So there was a big portion of that.
Yeah, it was 4 of them, 3 or 4 in the last 4 months
Holy
What the fuck?
to make 7.
So they're not all the same woman, obviously, because
Right, dude, and that's what I mean. That's why I was asking, is because obviously he knows he ain't gonna be
in all those kids'
in
lives.
all those kids' lives, but he's got the money to support them financially.
Shit, not the first girl go in, she's gonna get all of it. The other ones are gonna get piddly shit.
Well, okay, out of the 7, he really only has to worry about 5.
Because Mariah got 2.
Yeah, Mariah got the first 2, which they're taken care of. There is no problem.
Maybe borrow money from Mariah in the long run.
He gonna tell his kids, hey, ask your mom if we get some money for your brothers and sisters over here.
So are the other 5 nobodies then? Like they're not celebrities or?
Yeah, I don't think they're.
Well, the probably girls from his show Wildin' Out. Some of the ones that come out in like the stand-ins or whatever, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? How crazy is that?
Dude, he's having like 3 kids in 4 months of each other.
Jesus.
That's just like that show, the Upshaws. They're gonna have a birthday party.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. No, I still haven't seen it
Shit.
anymore.
Dude, that's like a birthday, like a kid birthday party every week
Jesus.
or every month, I mean.
Yeah, just about.
Holy shit.
That's ridiculous.
So, but we don't know how many baby mama he got?
I'm gonna guesstimate
At least
6.
5.
No, 6. At least 6.
6?
Yeah,
Wow.
but Mariah's got 2.
Wow. All right, swing the mic over to Bill. Tony, if you weren't married, would you ever be with a woman that had a baby from more than 2 dudes? Like, say she had
Probably
4.
not.
So say she had 4 kids, and you got
more than one other baby daddy, or more than 2 other baby daddy.
more than one other baby daddy.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
No, I couldn't do it. Well, I shouldn't say that.
I ain't got no kids. It's okay.
This is Mingo's sister, by the way.
Yes.
For everyone that's listening,
For Tony's wife, that's my sister.
no, I because it's just too much of a headache. And 2 would be pushing it, But I can get it. You know, let's say the first one happened real young,
Right.
and then the second one lasted a little longer.
What if she was real successful now? What if, like, you know, she had her first baby young, she had, you know, another baby daddy later on, and she did all of her school, and she's making a shit ton of money.
Again, 2 would be pushing it.
And 3's a no-go.
Oh, yeah, that's just crazy. If you didn't figure it out the first time, from the first 2 times, then no.
Okay.
We can't do this.
So this is my sister. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to.
I've already said it.
I know. Well,
5 times.
that's all right.
You ain't got kids?
I can bleep it out.
Okay.
If you met a dude, how many baby mamas would you accept in your life?
1.
That's
Just-
it, just one?
And that's too many. Mm-hmm.
Is there a certain, okay? So 1 baby mama. How many kids? Is there a limit on the amount of kids that he could have with that 1 baby mama?
It depends on how financially stable he was.
All right.
So if he had 3 kids but was able to take care of them, that's cool.
That's fine.
If he has 4 kids,
And he's broke, no go.
but if he's able to take care of them,
Well,
I'm cool.
but he'd have to be able to take care of them and himself, right?
Right.
Do 4 babies in. It's got to be at least $1,200 a month in child support. And that's if she's not getting him for spousal support too,
And this is why I'm still single with no kids.
right? Hell no.
so you don't.
I'm not easily offended, just saying.
No, you don't go with the fact that the first time he was real young, they had a kid, didn't work out, really didn't even work out from the gate.
Mm-hmm.
But then he met his let's say his wife. Let's say the first one was just a girlfriend, knocked her up, this is what happened. Then he got married and had a couple more kids. And then after 10, 15, 20 years, they wound up divorcing. So now he's got 3 kids, 2 baby mamas. That's a no-go for you?
Would it matter why they got divorced?
Well, with the first one, it would matter how much they had both matured. Because if she's still acting like a young kid, I have no patience. If they got divorced because he messed up, that would be iffy. If it's after 15, 20 years of marriage, the kids are almost 18, I'd be okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
This might be a little odd, but just detach yourself from the actual reality. Your brother's situation, would you date him?
What?
No. But not because of the kids, because we don't see eye to eye on a lot of different things.
But as far as like his relationship with his ex-wife, how it didn't work out, but they're already grown, you'd be all right with dating someone like him.
Yeah, they're grown. He's not paying child support anymore. There's nothing she's got to call and ask about. It would just depend on how involved
Well,
she was.
I mean, one's still not actually. Let's say this. Let's
But
say
he's close.
let's rewind a year
Okay.
ago.
Yeah, see, that's hard because I know him and I know what the last year's been like.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
So if you overheard those conversations with him and their mom, you're like, you know what? Nah, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, Tony, and I've told her this before, is I wouldn't. I've stayed single for that part of it. Part of the reason why is because I didn't want some woman coming into my life and be like, oh, you need to tell her this. Oh, you need to tell her. Hey, you know what? That was my responsibility. I brought that to the relationship. I handle that. They're my kids. I'll deal with it. You know what I mean? It's my money. It's
But
my.
you're cutting off the relationship with whomever you have in a relationship with.
Hence why I didn't have a relationship.
By saying, oh, these are my kids. You can't be, then you can't,
And that's what a lot of people do.
yeah. I mean, I understand when you're first dating and so forth, but after a while, if you're damn near getting married,
What?
At that point, you're a family unit. It has to be a
Yeah.
family discussion.
Yeah.
she's involved. Then you got to bring her kids into it.
Damn.
The Brady Bunch.
I'm telling you, dude. That's the hard part, dude. And we talk about this shit too. Like, man, right now, if I were to go out and date, I'd be like, fuck, how many kids you got? Fuck. How many times your baby daddy stab you? You know what I mean? Like, there's so much. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, fuck, I don't even know what my favorite color is anymore. Don't even ask me. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Don't you get tired of having those, like, you go out on dates and it's starting over every time you go out to meet somebody, or every time you go hang out with somebody new, it's starting over with those same old conversations, those building blocks.
Yeah, it's like going to job interviews over and over and not getting the job.
Oh yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Fucking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But she's out of the ordinary. And what I mean by that is, no.
This could go either way. Hold
Yeah,
on.
right. No. It's all
Save
compliments.
yourself.
In my eyes, it's all compliments. I mean, because I think that you you're a lot like. Well, we talked about how we grew up, so you see changes in body language and inflection and the way somebody says a certain thing, or how they lean forward when they say it, or they pull back, or you know what I mean. You catch all those little nuances that other people don't, and I think you catch a lot of red flags that other people don't. Fair. So I think that's got to make it harder for you.
Well,
But it saves me from a lot of BS.
Absolutely.
do you have a degree of a red flag? Meaning, you can have all these red flags, but they might not be.
What shade of
Yeah,
red
but at
is the
some
flag?
point, like if you just keep putting them on the scale, at some point that scale's gonna tip.
But in this day and age, doesn't everybody have issues and problems? And
Those are yellow flags. They're different.
okay, I didn't take color into
Those are
consideration.
Well, it's like DEF CON, you know what I mean? Every DEF CON got a different color. You know what I mean?
That's
Wow.
DEFCON 5.
Right.
2, that's a 4.
And that's like a warning flag, so I keep an eye out to see if it's got to go red.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. I think there's a lot of that. I think a lot more people need to learn how to do that. Save themselves a shitload of trouble. You know what I'm saying?
So, would you, let's say, date a guy that still lived at home?
It would depend
Okay, well,
on
let
the
me ask you
situation.
this. Does it matter age of who you're looking to date? Are you like your brother that would take somebody 20 years younger than him?
No,
Excuse me, I'm sorry. That's too old. 30 years.
no, because most people my age can't keep up. Like just conversation and things that I'm trying to do. But at the same point, I'm at an age where people older are retiring and are like, dude, I want to travel and I've got time off. And I'm like, I'm working 3 jobs and I'm trying to buy a 3rd house. And I'm in a weird spot. Are we trying to fix me? What's going on?
No. Yeah, Tony's really good at therapy. He catches you and you don't even fucking know it. Next thing you know, you're fucking hugging yourself crying. Like, anyways.
Not hugging me.
Well, nobody hugs you. Fuck. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck, what was I going to say? What were you asking her? Well, how did you start it off?
Living at home.
Living at home, like what? I mean, the age. Because, you know.
I'm going to take this one for you. And part of it, and I know where you were going with it, but part of it, I think, that spoiled that aspect of it for her, was that when we lived up in the Bay Area, a lot of guys would have fucking BMWs, or they would have Range Rovers, and they would have super nice cars, but they were living in their mama basement. And they,
Is that for real?
yeah, and not paying rent. Oh,
But-
yeah.
but-
Having like a ton of
But then again,
roommates
hold
or-
on a second. You can't say the Bay Area because everyone's got to live
everywhere.
in their mama's house. It's like in New York, everybody still lives with their mama because it's just the cost of living is just crazy.
Yeah, but wouldn't it make more?
is, but I bought my first house at 28 in the Bay Area and still had a nice new car that got me everywhere,
By herself, by
which
the way.
intimidated a lot of people as well because well, who bought it for you? How'd you get it? Even now, moving my parents in with me. Oh, it's their house? No, it's mine. I own it.
Yeah, I would have to keep an eye on you.
God damn, she moving weight, dog. Look at that house she got. Where your shit come from?
So, age is not an issue.
Not necessarily.
But if they still lived at home, it might be.
It might be.
Just depends on why they still live at home.
Correct.
And
I get that life happens, but if you're trying to tell me a bogus story about why you're there, how you got there, again, red and yellow flags all over.
I just think, I mean, of course, I'm not on the dating scene, so I don't know. But I just think that's more of the norm these days, where people still live at home.
Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with that. But if you're living at home, complaining about living at home, and not doing anything about it, because, oh, well, there's no jobs here for me, but you aren't willing to drive 45 minutes for a job, there's a problem.
And I think that here, that's a big mentality here, dude. Like, fuck, man, I gotta go Coachella. That's fucking far, dude. I got family that don't leave Coachella. Like, fuck, you live out there? Nah, you know what? That's too far.
Well, dog, I got a problem driving here twice a week.
Are you serious?
Hell yes.
Why? The wind brings you halfway here. You just put a sail up on that bitch. You be cruising, fool. Shit. You don't even live. You're like 10 minutes, 8 minutes.
It's still a drive, though.
This fool. You pining for gas? You want some gas money?
Like I told you, man, even Palm Desert going to the mall, I'm like, no, I'm going to pass.
I do all my shopping on Amazon, dog. I don't. All right, and now since I don't go to Walmart, I got to go even further just to get to Albertsons. And Albertsons is more expensive than Walmart was.
Surprised you don't drive to Winco.
I might start hitting it on the way home. But the problem is I might have to stop like every day of the week because my car's so small. I can only put a few things in it. Fill it up with water one day, go back get meat the next day.
I've never been to Winco.
No?
No, not yet.
It's like a step up from Food for Less. It's kind of got that same layout, but it's a little better quality stuff. And they got MREs there. Is that what they're called? MRIs? No, MRIs are the medical procedure. Yeah, MREs. Military ration.
You don't subscribe to this. Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes, you do. She got a backpack.
Yes, MREs, no.
It's meals ready to eat.
Meals ready to go. Yeah, dude.
How many knives you got at home?
I don't think you want to know that.
Are just at home or my car, my purse?
Yeah.
How many
It's the same with
how
all
many
of
are
us.
in your bun right now in your hair?
It's low, so it's just one.
It's because she knew she was coming here. She cool. She didn't have to stop on the way home. Even better.
Wow.
How many years now have you carried a knife, Bill?
Over 20.
It's just a habit, dude.
25.
You never know when you're going to need it. You know what I mean? Your serpentine belt goes bad. You got to cut up a shirt or a towel you got, make you a quick belt. You know, you never know.
Man. These knives, are they strictly for protection?
Yes.
So
Well,
not
They're for
And
fun.
utility.
I mean, but they're not like because you think the end of the world is coming.
No.
Okay, thank you. That's
No. I let them prepare. I figure if it does come, I'll just come to their house.
okay. Thank you.
Well, I used to carry a backpack because, like, when we lived up north, I used to go from Hayward and I'd have to cross a mountain range into the city where I was working. It was like an hour away, and it was 4 lanes, right? Mm-hmm. Like 4 lanes each way, but there was no guardrails. And when it get wet, it really slick and it rained up there all the fucking time. So I figured, well, fuck, if I go off the side of the road and nobody sees me, I might be down there for a while. So I had me a backpack with a little hatchet. I had a little rope. I had an emergency blanket. I had flashlight. I had food. I had, hand warmers and a gun. I'm good.
And you kept it on the passenger side while you were driving.
On the floor in the back. I didn't want it in the passenger seat. It had to be in the back seat.
Why?
That way, if I get pulled over, they're not going to, hey, what's in the bag?
But
It's
if
tucked
you,
away
but
under-
if you fall down the embankment, you can't get to the bag
Sure you can. Why can't you?
because you're like hanging, and the only thing keeping you secure is your seatbelt. But you can't reach for it because your car's all banged up and your arm's all banged up.
Oh, but there's a knife in between the seats that was tucked right there just for that. So they have, like, some knives have the seatbelt cutters on the back, like the emergency ones. I used to keep a letter opener in my ashtray. Because you know the like the little plastic ones that they sell you with just that little piece of razor blade? It's the same fucking thing. And you're out.
Never even thought about that.
That's why I'm prepared and you're not. But how far are you going to go off of fucking Ramon Road?
Yeah,
Everybody going to
yeah,
see you,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing to worry about here. Except for water, maybe. But I know do you know how to make water? Do you know how to create water out of nothing? No?
Yeah.
That's lumpy water. Hey, you know they sell this shit called thick water? Have you ever heard of it?
No.
You can buy it on Amazon. And what it is it's apparently it's this big disease, I guess, that people have, or whatever deficiency. I don't know what the fuck to call it, but they can't swallow regular water. It makes them gag and they'll spit it back up. They'll fucking choke out trying to drink water. So they sell, it's called thick water. And it's almost like fucking miel, like
So
syrupy.
So they can drink that,
Right.
but they can't drink water.
Correct.
It's easier to go down.
Correct. Water's not palatable for them they can't get it down. They have to use that thick shit.
You would think that the water would be easier to go down.
You would think, right? But I guess they don't have the muscles in their throat to get the water down. So they have to use the because and somebody poured it out to drink. And it looks like mucus, like nut. Because it's not clear white like water. It's misty. It's
translucent. Is that the word I'm looking for?
no, translucent would be
See-through.
yeah, see-through. So
Oh yeah.
Isn't it opaque?
opaque. That's the word.
You didn't say a lot about this time.
Yeah. Trying to grab the bike back.
Okay.
Would you try it if we got some?
No.
Fuck
No.
no.
Why not? God damn, that was quick.
No.
You didn't even ask me.
MREs right now. And I'm not even trying to try that either.
You know
Really?
they have MRE milk.
Really?
It's
Isn't that called carnation milk?
I don't know.
Mm-mm. I think it's powdered, isn't it?
That's what
Yeah,
carnation
probably.
milk is, isn't it?
No, you get the carnation in the can. You
I
get
feel like we're all
carnation and
messing
carnation
up
sweet and
age.
condensed.
Yeah, condensed milk. Carnation, you can buy it in a packet.
Evaporated?
Water.
My mom used to talk about that they used to drink
Yeah.
powdered milk
Yeah.
and powdered eggs.
I don't think
I've never seen powdered eggs.
Ugh.
Tang
think
is
I've
the
ever-
shit though.
tried. I don't think I've ever had to eat any either, but I do remember the milk.
I didn't have to, but we were camping and my stepdad was in the Air Force and brought out some MREs. But here, try them. This is great. Fucking throw it up on the side of fucking.
What did he bring you?
It was some pasta shit. It was like tomato pasta. It
Really?
wasn't even, yeah.
Is there anything your wife cooks that you can't muscle? No, like that you can't eat?
Anything when it's too hot.
Well,
Is there anything she makes you don't like?
when she makes it, yeah, I don't. She doesn't make it for me.
Okay.
Like I don't eat fish. So whenever she makes like salmon for the house, I have to eat something. She'll make me something else. I think tonight they had tamales.
Why you are that
She made
extra.
tamales?
No, she.
Oh, she bought them.
No, she made tamales.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, dude.
Well, actually, I just found this out. I didn't realize this. My son leaves next week,
Okay.
Chicago. So we went out to dinner last night, and we'll talk about what we're gonna have for dinner for the week. You know, anybody want anything particular this week? And my daughter said, "What about the tamales? Because he's not gonna be here for the summer." And she's like, "You're right. Let's have it tomorrow since your dad's going to go do the podcast." And I said, "Where are you going to get them from?" She said, "The freezer." I said, "We got tamales in the freezer?" She was, "Yeah, they buy them at Christmas time, and they always save a bunch to have one day in the summer for the three of them."
So
I didn't even know they did that.
So her family doesn't make tamales?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's she buying from? Cardenas?
Some lady, old school lady in Coachella.
Mm.
They got this spot. Their mom, my mother-in-law used to make them.
Oh, okay.
But
Once she passed, everybody stopped. Yeah, that was the thing. My mom used to make them, and then it was Bell for many years because mom couldn't remember what went in them and didn't have the strength to do the masa and shit. Are we making them this year? Maybe. All right.
Y'all better be nice.
Better tell your brother.
If they want them, we'll make them.
Hell yeah.
But we'll make them.
Make more of those. And this time I'm going to buy the chocolate, the hard shell chocolate. And bam.
But yes, they got a spot for tamales and something else out there in Indio. I think like the lady makes them out of her house type deal.
Yeah, we used to. There was a place. I remember when I lived in Albuquerque. There was a place in the hood that it was just you drove around like 3 streets back from the main street, and somebody had like their backyard. Like they had like a little spot back there that was fenced off. They had their own little restaurant in the backyard. You just go in through the side gate. The same here in up north in Hayward. You do the same shit. Kind of dope. And they have one of those. There's a place out here in Thousand Palms over on one of these streets here that they do the quesatacos, the quesadilla. You know what that is?
Yeah.
They make those and they make tortas and I heard it's really good. I haven't been able to go.
A couple last week before, there's like a food truck right there across the street from the Circle K parked in an empty spot.
Right.
What's going on with that?
He's there a lot now.
There's 2 of them. There's one that's black.
I've seen that. I think that's the one.
And that's the one that makes pupusas. And somebody said that one truck wasn't very tasty. I guess because it's not Mexican. There's some
Because they had a permit.
Probably. They're not Mexican. They're something else. They're a different kind of Latino or Hispanic, as you like to call them. And
Latinx kid.
Right. So they the way they make food or what they call it is different than what we do. So when people went there to go buy something, they were like, "That's not what I ordered." So, but there's another truck that's white. It's like My Mobile Kitchen or some shit like that. And we need to go try that one. That one looks like Mexican.
There's somebody told me that I don't know if it's still going on, but in Indio,
Yes.
like there's a food truck thing, like on Friday, Saturday, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's on Saturdays.
Is that still going on?
As far as I know, I haven't heard of it
Dude told me it was good. It's like a nice little setup.
because there's like 20 trucks.
Yeah.
And they do some of it's like fusion food, some of it's authentic Mexican. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
told me they got a DJ up there, and it's just
So it's like a big party in the park.
Exactly.
Yeah. They used to do that. Remember they did that up in the Bay Area too. They actually did it inside of a building like the convention center. They pulled in trucks from all over, like San Francisco, they're in Oakland, all the way down to San Jose. Like people would come and they would bring their trucks, and they would be like a competition to see who would win, like the truck of the year or whatever, food of the year, whatever it is.
In Phoenix, one of the last times I went, Manny took us to some spot that they had. It was, I wouldn't say it was a pop-up, but there was a bunch of eateries.
Okay.
It was like almost like an open air, but it wasn't. I don't think there were trucks. There were actual stations, if you will.
Okay.
And he told me that it was actually people that maybe they didn't pass culinary school. They didn't actually pass to get whatever is needed to become an actual chef.
Right.
For whatever reason. So they just opened up their own little spot. And it was good. Everything was good in there. It's just incredible. It's just that they couldn't, I don't know if it's a test you got to take to be considered a chef. And they just couldn't pass for whatever reason.
There is like you have to do like it's kind of like I guess when you do hair, like you have to be able to, even if you're gonna cut men's hair, you still got to be able to do perms and curls and all that kind of shit. So at the radio station that I worked at in Phoenix, I say Phoenix, but it was in Scottsdale, and they had one of those culinary schools right there. And you'd walk in, and man, the smell of the bread in the morning would hit you, and you'd be like, God, how can I get some of that shit? Like, you know what I mean? let me come in and I'll judge the competition.
One of my wholesale houses is right near Palm Springs Baking or Bakery. Dude, if you go there early in the morning and you just smell it, I die for it.
Yeah, there's something about that bread smell in the morning, right? There was a. So I've told you about that little corner joint on 12th Street in Oakland, and it was called La Paisa or Paisa, something like that. It means like countrymen. So fucking Mexicans like all over that place all the time. Food was fucking banging, right? So across from there, a dude would set up his truck. But not only did he set up his truck, he also put out like chairs and tables and shit, like trying to make a little eatery right there in front of his truck. So, and he was always packed too. You go up the street, they had another dude that was parked in front, like they had the restaurant, and then late at night they had their mobile truck out front, and they would sell churros. Another guy would sell churros across the street.
What about that churro guy that we went to?
Yeah, you like that?
Same
Huh?
spot?
Yeah, right across from there. Okay. Yeah, it's cool as shit, dude. They had fucking amazing food out there. It was good stuff. But it was weird. Like, it took me a while to remember. Like, I never carried cash. I always wanted to use my ATM card, but they wouldn't take ATM cards in the hood. You had to have cash. I'm like, so wait a minute. You won't take my ATM card, but you're going to walk out of here with like a handful of fucking cash every day? Like, the fuck does that make sense? You're already behind a plastic wall. What's wrong? But apparently, I guess people would use, they would get those cards from, like the gift cards from Walmart. And they would sell them to somebody by the block, already preloaded, and they would just walk out with $1,000 worth of prepaid Visa cards.
Wow.
And he says, and then we would use them, and they would sell them to somebody else, or somehow they figured out that they weren't the right person wasn't using them, and they'd get chargebacks. So all these, they'd go spend these monies in these places in the hood, and shit would be getting charged back. They had nobody to go after. Because there was no names on the card, so they could nothing.
There's always a way.
Always a way.
There's always a way.
I'm telling you, dude. The Bay Area was education, bro. It was a trip.
I heard a comedian say he used to mail letters to his friends or whomever for free. He wouldn't put a stamp on it, and it'd get to them. And, you want to know how he did it? He said he would put his name and address as the receiver, and the person he was sending it to as the return address. So
that's fucking genius.
That is. Fuck, that's chintzy, but that's fucking genius.
I don't know if it's true. I mean, he is a comedian. He's cracking jokes. But, dude, when I heard that, I told my old lady, she just started shaking her head.
And she's worked there for a long time. I'm sure she sees some shit too, right?
Yeah. What amazes me is how they can read people's handwriting.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are sloppy.
They tell me I write like a doctor. Oh, no.
I don't know.
I didn't say I was a doctor. I said they said I write like a doctor.
One.
Jesus, criminy.
Speaking of food, you ever eat at Fuddruckers?
Dude, Fuddruckers.
I haven't been to a Fuddruckers in years, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They got one right there at Ontario Mills Mall.
Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah.
Fuck, did you not hear me say, fuck, man, Coachella? We go to Ontario Mills Mall.
No, when you driving by, you can stop by.
Because we drive by all the time.
I never go up that way. I ain't got no business up there.
Well, the reason I mentioned this is because we had to get some clothes for my son for his trip.
Right.
So we went there yesterday. We were like, oh, let's stop it again. We haven't been to Fuddruckers in years, literally, because everything was closed down for COVID.
Is the Fuddruckers still there in Palm Desert, or did it close?
Never went in Palm Desert.
What's in Palm? Is that
That's
the Fat Burger?
No, that's
right next to that sushi place.
Yeah, that's Fat Burger, right?
Yeah.
No, there's no Fat Burger.
Well, there was a Fat Burger. I think
Are
it's
you sure it wasn't
changing.
Fuddruckers?
No, it's Habitat.
No,
Habit?
No, the habit's way down.
How dare
way
you
down.
fuck up that name?
Nah,
But that's
Habit's not that
by
great.
where I
That's
work.
not that great.
That's by where I work.
I thought you worked right here.
No, I work up on 111. Remember when I told you that I had a problem with you coming to this one?
I could have sworn. Well, this when you say this one got a problem, I thought you meant the one in Palm Springs because that's the one we go to.
You said you come to this one in Palm Desert. What the fuck is going on?
You work in. I figured you worked in this one.
No. They wouldn't give me the job at this one, but up the street they did.
You got to trek all the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
all the way to El Paseo, is that what it is?
Yep.
Just like a 10-minute drive. What do you mean? It's not like he walked
And-
there.
well,
Yeah.
yes, it is just like a 10-minute drive. However, if you're passing one,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little annoying to drive past in the morning. I flip it off every morning.
Fat Burger.
Yeah, it was right there by that Dragon Sushi.
Yeah. Right by the Olive
And
Garden
the
right there. Oh,
Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Wow, you are all over
yeah,
the place.
yeah. You're right.
I know.
Fat Burger wasn't that great, anyways. I don't like it.
I've never been there.
Yeah, it's not that great.
Not missing nothing.
There
Go.
used to be one at on Ramon Road by the Gold Gym. It wasn't that great.
No, that was a Fat Burger.
Yeah, so
Oh my god. That's what he said.
pew pew.
I thought we said, what was the other
You
Fuddruckers?
don't get it. We were talking about Fuddruckers, but he realized that the Fat Burger was right there by the Dragon.
All right.
Sushi.
Yeah, there
There
was.
used to be a Fuddruckers in Palm Springs way back in the day.
Yeah, right there where Chillers
Way-
used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what it is now, but yeah. Las Casuelas? No, Las
Now
Casuelas
it's,
is next to that.
It was, and I'm really sad that it closed. It was a broken yolk breakfast spot.
I didn't like it.
You're tripping,
Didn't care for it.
dog.
It's pretty
They
good.
had this French toast
Yeah, their French
with
toast is the shit.
cornflakes on it.
Fuck that. Do you want to talk about French toast? The French toast
Oh,
at that
yeah.
Bellatrix that we were at this weekend?
It was
For
a
my
peanut-
mom's thing with the
I
peanut.
didn't try it.
Peanut butter
I
jelly
didn't
sandwich
like it.
French
Do it
toast.
have peanut butter and jelly? That shit
If you
was
can't, if you didn't
banging.
try it, you can't say you don't like it.
I don't like it.
That shit
You
was
may not like the
banging.
concept, however.
Okay, let me ask you this: did you put syrup on it?
Didn't need it.
Okay, at least all right, good. I'm glad to hear it because I just started throwing up all over this spot.
Yeah,
I had
we put syrup on
projectile
it.
all over
Why?
because that's just nasty.
That's also
butter
over
and
the
jelly.
top.
Peanut
And
butter
syrup?
jelly. No, peanut butter and jelly, and then they put what is it? The egg on the bread,
Right?
and then you
That
can
is
put
the
syrup
essence
on
of
it?
a cinnamon
Come on,
toast,
That's a big
Or
one.
French toast.
But it had cinnamon in the egg.
And
So
then
they,
powdered sugar on top.
oh,
That shit was good.
man.
I didn't try it.
I wish they had a restaurant there. I'd go there and eat that again. That shit was good.
Yeah.
Don't they have a restaurant there?
I don't, do they? They
That's
do?
probably expensive
Oh,
as
Well, they
shit,
got to
though.
because it's a golfing spot. They got to feed the golfers afterwards.
Do I got to have a membership to go? Do you know? No? Oh, shit, it's on.
I'm not saying they serve that.
No.
They have to. Come on.
No, because that might be like something they do in bulk when they know they're having like a catering
How hard
event.
is it? Hey, you got French toast back there? Cool. Slap some peanut butter and jelly on that bitch and bring it
Yeah.
out.
You know, that's where nephew he threw an engagement
Yes,
party
he got
there.
engaged there. You told that story.
God dang, smashing.
Not to the podcast audience.
I'm sure you did.
Okay.
Smashing just being bitchy right now. His coffee wearing off, dog. His coffee wearing
No,
out.
it's not. It's
Back to
kicking in.
Fuddruckers, please.
All right, what about Fuddruckers? What happened? How'd it
They
go?
closed down.
Oh, how was Fat Burger? You said you didn't like it. Why?
What does he fucking like?
I didn't like Fat Burger either.
Fat Burger was nasty. I'm just saying Fuddruckers is closed down. There ain't one around local anymore.
At all?
The last one I went to was up north. I think the last time was when we went in our pajamas.
Dude, bad.
That was fun.
Oh, up
We
in
went to go watch a
Bay
movie.
Area, right?
Yeah. Went to go watch a movie. So we went
The one
in our
up there
pajamas.
Fuddruckers wasn't bad up there.
Fuddruckers is good. That's a spot for burgers.
I think Fuddruckers is a lot like Five Guys, though.
No.
No, I don't think it's as customizable.
No.
No?
Fuddruckers was good.
And how do you not like the Habit? The Habit's
What the
Habit's
hell?
good, dude.
Did I miss that part of what he said earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that would ain't great.
Have you tried the new place out in towards Indio called Burger I Am or whatever it is?
That place is good.
I heard it was good. I haven't been there yet.
Never heard of it.
No. So it's supposed to be really good.
They sell falafel there too, so if that explains it.
Explains what?
It's run by the Middle Easterners. I don't know specifically what they are.
I
but
didn't know their hamburger game was strong.
Yeah.
it's good, yeah.
It is here in America, I guess.
It's surprisingly good.
But no, I haven't heard of it.
What?
I wonder if they do an American version of the donut sandwich with falafel on the top and the bottom. Because falafel's the bread, right?
I don't know.
Or is that the meat?
I just know if they serve it there.
No, baklava is the bread I'm thinking of. Different place altogether.
Isn't that? Yeah, I was going to say that's an entirely different region, right?
Fuck, we're all fucked. Geography's not our strong suit.
Wow.
Yeah. Geometry either, apparently.
I'm okay at geography.
Let me ask you a question. Did you ever try the Double Down?
The Double Down dog?
No, from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, the Double Down dog. It was a hot dog, but the breading was fried chicken. I never tried it
Well,
because that was only in the Philippines. But
no, they had one. I don't remember. There was no hot dog in it.
that's
It
what
was
it was.
No, it was a couple years ago.
Okay, then
Double
you're
Down.
talking about something else.
It was two chicken patties that were like the bread, and I don't remember what was in the middle.
Bacon.
Was that what it was?
I think so.
But there was
But you never tried it?
Nuh-uh. You?
No. I thought, for whatever reason, I flipped out on my kids
Why?
because they wanted to try it so bad, and I thought it was so disgusting. And dog, I literally yelled at them, "If you ever try that thing,"
Are you serious?
they'll crack on me every once in a while. If you ever, disgusting. It was nasty. I don't like it.
How can you say it's nasty? You never tried it. You never even saw it either, right?
No, the commercials. You ain't never seen the commercial for it?
no.
Yeah, but I don't remember what it was enough to say, oh, yeah, you're right, it was
It
nasty.
was nasty.
But it wasn't tempting enough for me to be like, fuck, we need to go try that.
Nah.
No, I think it probably would have been.
They did have a Double Down dog though, which was a corn dog wrapped in fucking fried chicken.
A corn dog,
nasty.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
No. There's no breading. The breading is the fried chicken. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's breaded fried chicken, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you mean like they somehow got the hot dog in the chicken breast?
No, it's like a sandwich, but the
Oh,
bread
yeah.
is the chicken.
Okay. Yeah,
That's what the double
that's a
down
lot.
was.
that don't even sound right.
See, double down didn't sound right either.
Yeah. Is there a place out here? I found there's a
Now
place
we're
down.
just talking about food and I'm hungry.
There's a place down in Indio that does just hot dogs.
Ew.
Wiener Central?
No, it's a Mexican place. It's kind of weird, I know.
El Wiener Central?
Wow,
And
that's
weenie?
fucked up. Los Weenies?
Los Weenies. That's kind of funny.
I think it's the Polo Grounds. Supposedly they have like restaurants out there.
Right. Isn't that the tack room? No, there's a.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I heard it's pretty good actually.
There's this place up in the Bay Area called Casper's. And dude, I've lived out here my whole life, so and hot dogs was never like, fuck, dude, we need to go down to fucking Johnny on the Spot and get us a fucking hot dog, right? And I was working with this dude. He said, hey, dude, let's go to Casper's. Okay, what's a Casper's? Hot dogs. What? He said, yeah, let's go they make their own hot dogs. Hold on. Hold the phone. Time out. Are you telling me there's a restaurant out here
You should have called him Nathan.
that just makes hot dogs? Yeah. And they make their own hot dogs? Yeah. Just get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, seriously. He said, but you got to go to the right one. There's like 6 of them out here, and only 3 are the real ones. The other ones, some are with C's and some are with K's. You got to go to the one with the K. And I'm like, holy shit, like this is like a checkerboard like we're playing chess. You got to go to the right one. So I said, I've never, like, other than Wiener Schnitzel, I've never been to a fucking hot dog place. What's the big deal about this fucking hot dog that you're getting all excited? He said, bro. He said, they make their own hot. I got that part already. Like, come on, give me more. He says, well, then you go and you get the hot dog and you get all the fixins and fixins. You mean like ketchup and mustard? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh no, you put like slices of tomato and you put onion, and they make their own relish, and you put the relish on there and onions and ketchup and mustard. And, oh yeah, oh man, it's so good. And I'm like, how different can how different can it be? It's a hot dog. You know what I mean? But bro, I went. That's a fucking different kind of place, bro. It was really a good fucking hot dog. And I understand what it means, like, get all the fresh fixings. Like, it's fucking bam, bam. You put slice of tomato, you put the mustard on the bottom before they put the fucking weenie in, right? Then you put the weenie in there, and then, because that kind of holds it in place while you put everything. It's good, dude. And they're the ones that said, hey, you know what? I'll take a chili dog. All right, you want mustard or no? Mustard on a chili dog? You're like, yeah, you put the mustard first on the bottom, then you put the hot dog, and then that way we'll put the chili on top. And if you put cheese, you can, or whatever you want. Yeah, I don't want cheese. Oh, bro, they put that fucking mustard on there, and they put a good amount of mustard. Like they use,
That's disgusting.
and then they put the hot, and oh man, that shit was banging though, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't like it.
I'm not a big fucking hot dog fan, but I gotta tell you, that shit was banging.
That's just like in New York. They have because New Yorkers don't eat the cart hot dogs anymore. I mean, it's been decades since they do. They
Okay.
call them water dogs. Those are for tourists. He goes, you walk out, oh, hey, hot dog, hey.
Right.
They call them water dogs. No, they don't eat those anymore.
So what do?
There's a spot called, it's, franchise, I think. It's called Gray's Papaya. And it's just like you're saying, dude, they just grill them. And you just, whatever you want on it, do slam it. They got that snap to it, when you bite.
That little pop, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That's kind of gross.
Reminds me of bratwursts.
Yeah.
Which are not great.
Because that means that they still have that fucking that skin around them, whatever that fucking
The
skin.
film. Oh.
Is it good?
It's better if it snaps, yes, but the best hot dogs are at Taylor's in Watsonville.
Taylor's?
Taylor's.
I don't think I ever went to that one.
You gotta go. It's really good.
Do you remember the name of of the barbecue place that I used to go to all the time that was down the street? It was owned by a bunch of brothers. There was like 3 of them. It was owned by the Fuquas.
In Hayward?
Yeah. There was one in Hayward and a couple in Oakland.
Everett Jones?
Everett Jones. Bro, you talk about fucking barbecue, dog. That shit was banging, right? Like, just a little bit of pull on the ribs and fall right off.
That's
good shit. But no matter where you went and you ordered barbecue, you'd get like really good meat, and then you would get a scoop of potato salad that was from the fucking grocery store or fucking whatever. Yeah, which was gross.
Nasty.
And you'd get
it comes in like the fucking like half and half carton or some shit.
yeah, and then you'd get like a plain piece of white bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what you use to eat it, right? But there was this place in Bakersfield, and this dude's name was Fabius. Dude, this old cat, he was an old pimp, dude. That dude used to come into the station in the morning, bro. You're talking like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and he'd come with fucking trays of barbecue, right? And he'd come in there limber with his cane, holding on to, like he could barely walk, but he's holding the tray, walking with his cane. Where Mango at? Where Mango at? And he'd come in there and fucking the hot links sliced, all the brisket, bro, his shit was banging, dude. And he would never I would ask him, dude, give me the recipe for the sauce, bro. So I'll never tell nobody. I'll keep it till my dying day. I just want to be able to have some sauce. Nah, I can't do that, man. I can't do that. Maybe one day before I die, man, I'll give it to you, but not right now.
It's funny you say that sliced bread because when Manny got married the first time,
Damn.
Wait,
I
Manny,
didn't mean it like that. It's just,
Manny been married one? Oh, that's right. I forgot about the first one.
there was a chicken spot. I think he got married. Yeah, he got married in Pasadena. And so we ordered a bunch of fried chicken. It's a fried chicken spot.
Right?
And just like you said, they give you bread. They just gave us the whole
Loaf?
of bread.
That's fucking funny.
Because we ordered so much chicken instead of them figuring out how much bread to give us.
We do that shit too.
Do you really?
You order enough, we'll give you a fucking loaf.
Yeah, that's an expensive ass loaf at your place, though.
Because it's a side, yeah.
Holy shit.
So if you order enough, fuck it, just give them a loaf. They can cut it themselves. Fuck them.
Fuck.
That was good.
So fish, You said fish is what your wife makes that you don't eat
That's
because
what it
that's
is.
not you. Any spaghetti's for you, right?
Yeah.
What
You don't
about
like spaghetti?
Any Italian food. I'm not big on
Oh,
Italian food.
tripping.
They use too much tomato.
what about anything? What about something your mom used to make?
Most
And don't
of it.
bash her. I just wanted.
Like how you prepped it with that. There was one thing that I think it was some enchilada shit, but it wasn't enchiladas. Maybe a casserole, I guess. Or no, it was soup. She made like an enchilada style soup, and everybody in the house, I'm not kidding, threw up, and she never made it again.
Okay, I'm gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
Dude,
She probably said that was meant for your dad too.
yeah, right. She used to make this, dude, and I'm lactose fucking intolerant.
Everything is casseroles and cheese.
Yeah, everything or hamburger helper.
Yeah.
And
she's
she
really big
made
on
this
that, too.
fucking beef stroganoff. Like she used to she loved it, and it grossed me out. Like, and she would make it, and you have to use so much milk in it, right? Because it's the gravy is like a white gravy, right? And she used to she'd make it. I'm like, fuck, man, my stomach's I'm gonna go eat it on the toilet. It's gonna come out so fast, right? But bro, I would sit there and she's talking to me and I'm fucking sitting there with the pepper on top of it. Like the top of the stroganoff was black by the time I was like, I just sit there and, okay, I know you don't like it. You can stop putting the pepper on it. I said, well, fuck, it's not that I don't, okay, well, I don't like it, but it also makes me sick, but fuck, all right. So I'd sit there and I'd fucking eat it, bro. But god damn, that was the nastiest shit ever, dude.
You know, pizza's Italian.
No, pizza's American. The pizza that we eat is American.
Yeah. You're right.
It's actually Chinese, but okay.
Oh, sorry, Chinese.
You know that Caesar salads.
Asian.
You know that Caesar.
No, it's China. She's right.
In China.
She's right.
How's that?
I don't recall the whole story, but it originated in China and then came over and was adopted by the Italians and became Italian.
But Italian in big quotes.
lying.
And you know that Caesar
She's
salad.
not. I'm backing her up on it.
You know Caesar salad's not Italian either. That's Mexican. It was made in Mexico.
Why?
That's what it was
Cesar
created.
Chavez liked it.
It's
No.
spelled different, asshole.
And fuck Caesar Chavez. I already told you that. How about that?
But how is pizza Oriental?
No,
No, Asian.
Chinese.
Asian.
Only
I'm
rubs
sorry.
are Oriental.
It's Chinese. It came from China. We've been over
Literally,
this.
tomato, the dough, and the cheese.
I don't know the specifics of the story, but it originated in
I
China.
mean, it ain't like dough, soy sauce, and something else. Like the concept was their flavoring. Like again, soy or teriyaki or you know, I'm Americanizing it, but and then when it got here, the Italians said, "Well, we like that, but we'd rather have tomato sauce and cheese on that dough."
No idea.
So you lying?
Google it.
That's her way of telling you I'm right, motherfucker. Do it. Watch.
Don't challenge my sister.
Yeah.
You will lose. I'm just telling you right now, bro. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing on here about.
See, exactly. There.
Hold on. No.
He just said it.
You didn't let him finish.
On this particular one, but I put who created pizza. Where did pizza originate? Maybe that's where I should put. There
Hold
it
on.
is.
Where did the American version of pizza?
It says, but the modern birthplace of pizza is Southwest Italy's Campania region, but modern, but it isn't. It's not telling me the original.
Which means it was someone
Who was
before
pizza's first invented?
No, they're just saying it was modernized in Italy. They originated it, but it was
that.
modernized.
That's what I said. It originated in China.
No, in Italy.
No,
But they also
modernized
they
it.
also modernized it for American taste buds.
Here it is.
You lying?
Here it is.
Right next to the
Pizza
aliens are real, right?
Pizza did not originate from Italy. Instead, it originated in China. However, was very different than it is today, as the Italians changed it in many ways. So it originated there, and then they made it their own.
Which is what I said.
Meaning it originated where? China.
That's just like
China.
saying- hold on.
No. China.
You know what? That's just like
China.
A
That's
torta-
like being Mexican and being born in the U.S.
No, it's like saying a torta was we made the original torta. Americans did. We call it a sandwich.
Oh, now you American. You're not Puerto Rican.
Right?
Okay, slip of the tongue. My apologies.
Mr. 100%.
Yeah.
Shit.
You 100% a bullshitter.
Actually originated by some earl or duke in like Europe.
Earl, I heard. Is there an Earl sandwich?
Something, yeah.
Yes, that rings a bell. So I'll believe you on that one.
What about the French fry? Who made the French fry?
Americans.
Did they?
That's why they want to call them freedom fries.
Fucking stupid.
It's because of the cut on the potato is why they call it French.
Because it's a French cut?
Yes.
Got it.
And then we fry them.
Because we? Yeah, exactly. Right next to the Oreos
Yeah.
and the pickles.
Well, how you not like Italian food?
Too much tomato, dude.
Dude,
If I can bite through the fucking chunk of tomato, I don't want it.
I just had chicken parmesan. My old lady makes a great chicken parmesan.
Good for you and your chicken parmesan.
Slamming.
Good for you. I won't eat it.
Spaghetti and spicy meatballs.
I'll eat the meatballs on their own.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
I know what I'm missing. It's not fantastic.
Oh,
I make a fucking delicious sausage spaghetti. Dope, dude. You won't eat it. Milo either.
crazy.
I don't like it.
This shit is banging.
You know what's funny? I'll eat buttered noodles.
Disgusting.
I'll eat Alfredo.
That's good.
Yeah. But I won't eat any tomato sauce. I can eat a fucking pizza. I'll kill a pizza.
Oh,
But
yeah,
that's because it's not the chunky tomato shit.
Yeah, I don't like.
I can't stand
I
that.
eat tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes. Like on a salad, if I have a salad, that's the thing that I do.
Yeah. What about a burger?
Nope, no tomatoes at all.
No tomatoes.
How the fuck are you bashing on me then?
Can I tell you something? You
Go
know
ahead.
why?
Go ahead.
When you cut a tomato and you see where the part where the seeds are,
Because it's green, it grosses you out. Oh,
no, is it green?
it's green and slimy
No,
sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like mocos. Yeah,
It feels like it too.
And it's
And it's
chunky.
hard to flick the
Yeah.
seeds off your
Yeah.
fingers.
it's not for me. I don't like tomatoes, but I can't mess with those little cherry tomatoes. You pop them in and kind of.
Those are even worse, though, right? They got more moco in them than a regular tomato.
It's like one bite and you down it. You're cool. You're good.
But how can you taste the moco in a burger? You can't.
Yeah,
It's just more
I don't-
psychological.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the rest of this? Or do you just eat it plain? Do you eat lettuce and onion and everything else in
Oh,
there?
yeah.
You know
No
what's
lettuce?
weird?
Nah, I can do with or without.
Is I'll do one tomato on a burger.
I
Any
can't-
more than one tomato, and it's too much.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
The tomatoes, it's too overpowering. You taste the tomato.
Unless they salt and pepper it. If you're not salt and peppering your tomatoes on your burgers or sandwiches, you're fucking doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're fucking up.
Try that trick next time.
And never let my sister cook spaghetti for you.
One time.
What'd you do?
What'd she burn down?
I wasn't paying attention and the lid fell off the pepper, so it ended up with like half a bottle of pepper.
Oh.
And I tried to scoop it out.
That just happened to me this morning.
See?
I was making something and I was putting a seasoning in. You know, it's got the lid has got two sides.
Right,
One has the holes and one is just for the pouring.
right.
I
Open the wrong side.
opened the wrong one. All the seasoning gushed out, and I was like, "Fuck." So I actually tried to start to blow on it to see if it would just go away.
Do you have some garlicky ass eggs or what?
Yeah, man, I made an effort to eat it though, but I was like, no, can't do it. It was nasty.
Our mom did that once with chili. Instead of 3, I don't remember which one it was supposed to be, either tablespoons or teaspoons, she did a cup of
Wow.
cayenne
Damn.
pepper and almost
Holy
killed
shit.
us.
A cup?
A cup. And we almost
How many
died.
bottles did she go through? Because there's only...
No, she's got a big old thing of
Holy
Yeah.
shit. What was she cooking?
chili.
Wow.
That same enchilada shit everybody got sick on?
No, that shit was different, and that was awful.
Mm,
Ugh.
that sounds gross.
No matter how many tortilla chips you try to fucking use, that made it worse because I ended up throwing up more. Anyways,
Is your work starting to get busier now?
Oh, it's fucking been busy.
The reason I asked is because on Saturday morning I was driving down Palm Springs, and there's a Denny's on North Palm Canyon where it's two-way.
Okay.
It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
On what day?
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
And there was a line to get into Denny's.
At
A line?
Denny's?
A line to get into. I don't even remember
Who
the last
was
time
desperate?
I've been to Denny's. And not that I'm not knocking Denny's, but it's just, you know.
Yeah,
That's
That's
not
gotta be
my
a weird
first
sight,
thought. That's
yeah.
not my first thought for breakfast.
Dude, a line trying to get up in there.
But look, I ain't gonna lie. On my birthday, I visit every fucking Denny's in the area here
Because it's free.
because you get you get to eat free at Denny's on your
Being
birthday.
serious?
Yeah.
It's depressing.
So breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
Or
Go
breakfast,
Denny's.
Or breakfast.
Yeah, I'd rather if I was gonna do that.
That's
I'd do
really hard to
breakfast.
say 3 times.
Yeah, it is. Although their burgers aren't bad at Denny's, dude. Their new burger line, not bad.
Been into
IHOP's better.
Denny's in years. Maybe even a decade.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, and after seeing that line, it didn't make you be like, maybe I should pull over see what's going on.
Not at all.
Maybe I need to try it.
Just like your initial reaction, what is going on when there's a line at Denny's?
That's weird.
Very.
At 9 o'clock, plenty of other places are open.
The only thing I'm thinking of it, the only thing I can think of is the amount of restaurants that closed down, just like the Broken Yoke. I'm
Right.
telling you. And then B,
They were better off at Denny's anyways. Broken Yolk sucked.
I feel like Tony and Ming are about to get in a fight right now.
I mean, that was I'm not a I told you before I'm not a breakfast person.
Right?
But Broken Yoke was good.
No, it wasn't. It had the potential of being
Oh, it
really
was
good.
It was good.
It had the potential, but
their
it was
Nutella
not
crepes are good. I'll say it. Fuck it.
good. Yeah, but it just wasn't like.
No, it was a good
It
spot.
was just like, eh.
No.
I'd rather go to what is it, Bit of Country, right there, right behind him, on Indian.
I haven't been
Oh,
to
okay.
years.
That fucking place is good.
Bomb, right?
That fucking place is awesome.
It's good shit, dude. You're missing out. Need to go back.
They bring you the bottle of soda. Good lord.
And they're good, healthy man portions
Well,
or big woman portions. Just saying. It's good shit. You need to try it out. Any final words,
nah, I'm good.
Tony?
You know, we got to shout out nephew.
Yes. The whiskey.
We did it before, so I don't want him to think that we didn't. But when we actually first shouted it out, it was a bad recording that never got
Was
put
it?
up.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. The Whiskey Podcast.
Glass
the Whiskey
Podcast.
Glass Podcast. You can
Yes.
get it.
So give it a listen. He liked doing it with you so much, I guess, and
Started his own thing.
started
Yeah.
his own thing.
That's awesome, though, dude. If we can inspire anybody and help anybody out to do it, I'm down, dude. You know what I mean? If you're out there, you need help, you don't have a studio, you don't have the money to get your shit going, you want to rent some studio space, let me know. We'll make it happen for you. I'll show you how to do it. Get you going.
Yeah, Whiskey Glass Podcast.
Whiskey Glass Podcast. They've had some pretty good some friends of theirs on.
He's got like already up to a third episode.
Right, and this time he had some producer on there,
A movie director.
movie director that does movies here in the Coachella Valley, right?
Actually, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
He was saying how they shut down streets in Coachella. Like one story he told was they were filming during the day. Like I guess he does a action kind of shoot 'em out type movies.
Oh, okay.
Shoot 'em up, I should say. And they were doing like scenes where they were shooting each other, and the actual Coachella sheriffs came down. And it was like we had reports of
Gunshots?
shots fired. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, well, Steve, if your boy needs a fat, funny Mexican, bro, I'm right here all day. I can hook him up. So make sure you check it out. Anything else? Any birthdays or anything?
No.
Friend of mine from Northern California, Joseph, happy birthday. Anything?
No.
Cool. Any shout outs you want to give before we go?
None.
All right, guys, we'll see you in a couple of days. Love you. Thanks for listening, and good night.